Welcome to the Esthetician Coach Podcast, a podcast for estheticians that are ready to grow and scale their business to the next level. I'm your host and esthetician coach, Amber Boone. Join me each week for education, inspiration, and guided support to help you create a successful business and career on your terms. Welcome back to another episode of the Esthetician Coach Podcast. Today, I'm diving into pricing strategies and charging your worth in your esthetician business. I see so many of my clients and my accounts struggle with their menu and knowing what to charge. So today, I'm going to break down what you need to know and how you can optimize your treatment menu and charge what you're worth, but also be able to sustain and scale your business long term. Fall, to me, is the perfect time to change or adjust your menu, adjust your prices, because you can get everything into place before the new year and you can give your clients plenty of notice of the changes that are coming with your pricing. First, I'm going to talk about optimizing your service menu. You need to be reviewing your services and your offerings every 6 months to a year. So what does that look like? Are there any services on your menu currently that you don't want to offer anymore, that doesn't make sense financially for you to keep them on your menu? Does it make sense for you to do a standalone brow wax, or do you want that to be an add-on service only? These are things that you're going to want to take a look at. Do you hate waxing altogether? Do you hate relaxing facials? You want to create a menu that reflects what services you want to perform and what services reflect the business you want to create. And if one of these services that you really want to take off your menu is your bread and butter right now, then create a plan to start shifting away from that service gradually. It doesn't have to be changed immediately, of course. You can make provisions to do this over time, but those are things that you want to continue to look at and continue to revamp and update as time goes on in your business. Next, you want to take a look at your menu and see if your menu flows. Is it aesthetically pleasing to the eye? Is it easy to read and concise? Are the descriptions of your services simple and easy to understand? I've seen a lot of treatment menus that are overwhelming. The words and the descriptions are so long, and it's boring for me to look at, even as an esthetician, and try to choose from 30 different facials or treatments that are on the menu. I just don't want to do it. And if I feel that way as an esthetician, imagine how a client feels. So put yourself in your client's shoes who know nothing about the treatments. How can you simplify your menu? How can you make it easy for them to understand? How can you make those services sound enticing that they want to book with you? So those are all things that you want to think about and take into consideration when you're crafting your menu. It should definitely be a well thought out process. So you really want to think about highlighting your high value and your high demand treatments. You also don't necessarily have to put everything you offer on your menu. Put the treatments that you really enjoy and that you want to build your business and brand on. Highlight those treatments, especially the ones that your clients continue to rebook and book with you. Here's a pro tip for you. You can create a secret menu. You can have one for your VIP clients only, maybe a one-page or an insert that you can offer a handful of your exclusive high-end treatments to your VIP clients, maybe a bundle of treatments for a small discount. You can have fun with this and really make it your signature menu. But think outside the box when it comes to your menu to make it fun, enticing, engaging for your clients. Make sure your services and your offerings align with your values, your business goals, and that you are customizing them for your ideal client, for the clients that you want to see coming in the door. Next up, we're talking about pricing your services. Are you pricing your services to reflect the value of your skills, your time, and your expertise? If you are pricing your services too low, you could be attracting the wrong type of clientele. And this is where you really need to put your CEO hat on In order to price your services effectively, you need to be looking at your business expenses, your business goals, and how you want your brand to be reflected. You're offering $65 facials, but yet you want to be a six-figure esthetician. That is not aligning with your business goals necessarily. So you really need to make some decisions on who you want to serve and what your business needs in order to scale and thrive. On that same token, if you want to offer high-end services, you need to bring it. You have to show up and you have to create that high ticket, that high value service, and that unforgettable customer service experience for those high ticket treatments. So there's definitely some CEO mindset work that needs to happen in this process. You must value your skills, your time, your education, and your expertise. And if you feel hesitant to increase your pricing, ask yourself why. Why do you feel hesitant to increase your pricing? Why is this a struggle for you? Is it because of your own struggle with money, your own personal journey with money? You can't project your feelings and your experience with money or lack of onto your clients and your business. It's just not going to work. So don't make it personal. Put your CEO hat on and look at it as someone else's business if you need to. How can you make them money? How can you set your friend or your family member up for success? If you have to, take yourself out of that equation in order to make those CEO decisions that need to be made for your business. Another reason I see a lot is it because you have imposter syndrome and you don't feel you're an expert in a treatment or a service that you're promoting on your menu? Well, change it. Book that online course, attend a webinar, schedule a training session, do something about it. Become that expert and watch your confidence and your skill set grow. Do you struggle because you feel bad and you really want to give back to your community? You have a big heart and you really want everyone to be able to get a facial or have healthy skin. Well, pick one day out of the month or quarter to offer your low-cost treatment and give back to those that you want to help or may not be able to afford your services. And you don't have to put this on your menu, but this can be something that you personally do and that you take upon yourself if that is something that is calling to you or speaks to you. And if I didn't cover the reason that you have for struggling to increase your pricing, send me a message on Instagram and I'll help you out. I'll help you get to the bottom of this. So what should you consider when you're setting your prices or maybe when you're increasing your prices? You need to think about the time that it takes to do the treatment. You need to include your prep and your cleanup time. What is your cost to do this treatment? You want to include your overhead costs, your rent, your electricity, and any and all supplies that are costing you to do this service. And you might say, well, Amber, it's just one pair of gloves. It's just one 4x4 or one Q-tip, but it all adds up. And it's so important to know where your dollars are spent so that you can charge what you need to and be able to run your business successfully. It's also a really good idea to do a competitor analysis to know what others are charging for the same or similar treatment that you're doing. But don't let this get you sidetracked from your business focus and your goals, because ultimately that's where you're going to have to set your prices from. So figure out what makes you unique, what makes your business different from all of your competitors. And if you haven't grabbed it yet, go and download my free client attraction guide. It goes into a little bit more depth on this, and you can get it in the show notes or you can find it on my Instagram page in the links. But it goes into some more strategies on attracting new clients and really discovering what you're unique or helping you to figure out how you can be unique in your business for your clients. But I can't stress this enough. You need to break down the cost of each treatment that you are doing to know what you are spending, what is coming in, what is going out. You want to be meticulous with breaking down the numbers in your business in order to grow and scale your business. And let's dive into a little bit of sales psychology, perceived value versus cost. So whether you're aware of this or not, and you probably are, but you will be now that I'm pointing it out to you, we often associate cost with quality. This is not just in the aesthetic world, but this is in everyday life. For example, I've been wanting a new chair for my office, so I've been researching them on Amazon, trying to find me an ergonomically correct one. And I found two that I really like. One is $129 and the other is $250. Well, in my mind, before I've even made a decision, I automatically assume that the $250 chair is better. Is it? I don't know, but I'm just assuming because it costs more, well, it's going to have more bells and whistles and it's going to be amazing to sit in, right? Well, next, I'm going to be looking for proof. So I'm going to dig into the research. I'm going to look at the reviews, see what I can find there. So always have reviews. That's important for your client. But I automatically already am leaning towards the more expensive chair because I think it's going to be so much better. And it's going to be the same with our treatments that we offer. If I see a treatment on your menu and one is $150 and the other is $275, I'm thinking, I bet that $250 facial has more add-ons and I'm going to really get a better treatment and better products in that service than I am in the $150 service. Does that make sense? I mean, you kind of see where I'm going with that, and you kind of probably know exactly what I'm talking about because you've done it too with a product or a service or an item that you've looked at. You automatically look and you think, okay, well, because it's more expensive, well, it's got to be better. So that's what your clients are thinking too. So sales psychology definitely plays a role in our business, but in every business. So think about that when you're pricing or you're scared to go up on your prices. Don't be. A lot of times we perceive value and quality with a higher price tag. So let's talk about how to raise your prices. When is it time to raise your prices, right? So it's time to raise your prices when your schedule is getting fully booked, when you're having a harder time fitting people in. If you are consistently upgrading your skills and your services, your prices should reflect your expertise and being in high demand always. And the key to approaching a price increase in your business is to be transparent and confident. You can start by giving your current clients a heads up of at least 30 days in advance, explaining that as your business grows, so does the value of your services and what you're offering. You can highlight any improvements, any additional offerings or certifications, education that you've gained to justify the increase, but make sure you're framing that price adjustment as a reflection of the enhanced experience and expertise that they're going to receive in their treatments. So you always want to lead with value. Most importantly, stay firm in your decisions. Your worth is not negotiable. Put that CEO hat back on. And clients who appreciate the value you provide are going to understand this change and they're going to be accepting of it. And you may have some pushback. That's not going to be uncommon. And it can be tricky to navigate that, but it's essential that you stay confident and you stay focused on your worth and focused on the time, the energy, the efforts, the blood, sweat, and tears that you have put into your business. So it's important for you to stay focused on that. So when a client is questioning you on the change, you're calmly explaining to them that your new pricing is reflecting the elevated value, the expertise, and the experience that you're going to bring to the table. And they're getting an overall upgraded, more enhanced treatment. So highlight any added benefits, your upgraded services, or maybe you've added to your menu, the continuous education that you've invested in and that you continue to invest in so that you can provide your clients with better results. So remind them that the price increase ensures that they're going to continue to receive top quality, top-notch care from you. And it's okay if some clients are resistant. Those that are truly going to value your skills and trust in your service are going to remain loyal to you. So stay firm. Remember that compromising your worth is not going to benefit your long-term business growth. Again, think about that CEO mindset and the growth that you want to create. So you may lose some clients along the way, and that's normal, that's natural, that's okay. But continue to focus and not compromise your worth. So ultimately, you are pricing in alignment with your business goals. So when setting your prices, it's important to align them with your larger business and financial goals. So start by thinking where you want to be in your business next year. where you want to be in your business in 5 years, whether it's hitting a specific revenue target. Maybe you're wanting to expand services or invest in advanced education. Maybe you're wanting to hire a medical director. Your pricing strategy needs to reflect those goals. So by adjusting your prices to account for your expertise, your increased demand, or your new offerings, it's going to set you up for success to meet your personal and your business goals. So the most important thing to remember about pricing is that it's not about just covering your cost. Okay, we're not just trying to break even. We're running a business, and it's about positioning your business for long-term success and growth. And here's the thing, your pricing strategy is never going to be set in stone. It's going to ebb and flow, and it's going to change as your business changes, as your business grows and the market shifts. It's essential to continue to review your prices to ensure that they still align with you, with your business goals, and with your financial goals. So schedule a time every 6 months to a year. Put it on your calendar, non-negotiable, to check in on how your prices compare to your competitors, to market trends, and your own personal skill development and things that you want to add or things that you want to take away from your services. This ongoing review is going to allow you to stay competitive and also ensure that your prices are reflecting the value and the quality that your business is delivering. And remember, you can always pivot and adjust your pricing. The most important thing you can do is to continue to evaluate your business goals and growth and set aside time to make adjustments as necessary. Your business cannot grow if you are standing still and not putting in the time and effort to grow it. And this is one of those things that is going to help you grow it in the long term. Okay, I feel like we talked about a lot of important things in this podcast for optimizing your service menu, making sure it's clear and concise, and then adjusting your prices, how to adjust your prices and scale to be able to scale your business effectively. And I hopefully address some hesitations and struggles that often comes with raising your prices. So I have some homework for you this week. Evaluate your current pricing and your service menu. Don't wait for the perfect time to do it, but set some time aside this week and really think about how you can set yourself up for success. Put that CEO mindset cap on. Don't let this be a one-time event, okay? But review your menu and your pricing on a regular basis, whether that's, as I mentioned before, every 6 months, once a year. Be proactive when it comes to your business growth. And don't forget to grab my freebie. It's in the show notes. And of course, I have a quote for you this week. What do you need to start a business? 3 simple things. Know your product better than anyone else. Know your customer. And have a burning desire to succeed. And that quote is by Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's. And those are 3 pretty simple things. You got to know what you're serving, know what you are giving to your clients, know your product, know your treatments better than anybody else. You got to know your customer. You got to know who you are serving. And you've got to have that burning desire deep down to succeed and to keep showing up when the odds are stacked against you, when you don't feel like showing up. You got to keep doing it. And that's how you start a business, and that's also how you will succeed in business. Follow me on Instagram at Esthetician Coach with an A, and I will see you back here same time next week.